Hello, everybody. You made it all the way through Safety Stand Down. Hopefully, you learned some things about fitness and why it's so essential to your career success. My name is Aaron Zamzo, and I'm the owner and founder of Fire Rescue Fitness. I also host a podcast called Better Every Shift, and I've been one of the subject matter experts here on the committee, along with some of the other very talented members. And first and foremost, we want to thank you for sticking with us and understanding the importance of fitness. And lastly, what we want to do here on this final day is talk about strategies for success, because all these resources, all this information don't mean a thing if you don't apply them throughout your career and then share them with those around you. And to really recap what we talked about with fitness, we use the acronym, we use the word as an acronym, F standing for Foundations of Functional and Firefighter Fitness, meaning you have to make sure that this is part of your career. Take, I believe, a couple minutes, if not 15 to 30 minutes every single day to work on your health, mentally, physically, emotionally. In fitness, make it intentional. And here we talk about maybe a little bit more of the functional word, but understand what you need to do as a first responder, what your tasks are physically. Break it down as, what is my playing field and what are my stresses each day? And do my workouts correlate to me performing better, reducing injuries, and prolonging my career as a first responder? And that goes into T, technique. We have to have good technique. And we mentioned a lot with that in technique, thinking about posture and self-check. I think the biggest takeaway from technique is to leave the ego at the door and understand that form is and function are a lot better or more important than the number that you're lifting. And in fitness, nutrition, one of the most important aspects of health, wellness, and especially fitness. If you're not fueling your body properly, you're not going to be able to perform, whether in a workout and or on the field, in the field. And so this is a very essential part of Safety Stand Down. So biggest things there, hydration, eat real foods, and really make a conscious effort to clean up your diet whenever you can. The E in fitness, evaluation, and that goes for annual medicals. Really make sure that you are focusing on getting that annual medical. It doesn't matter if you're just starting your career, because what you're doing is creating that baseline. Those that have been in the career or even been a member of a volunteer organization, we want to make sure that we're tracking numbers and metrics, also understanding what your body is doing as you advance in your career. So make sure that you focus on getting your annual medical, and every once in a while really take a good look in the mirror and evaluate where is your level of fitness. S, the first S in fitness is sleep, and hopefully you now know the importance of sleep. Sleeping is a skill. We have a tendency to lose track of that. You need to make sure that you are focusing on that. The old additive, well, I can't control the calls, or I can't control when I wake up in the middle of the night when the pager or the tones go off. I understand that, but there are things that we can do to set ourselves up for better sleep, being more efficient at sleep, and focusing on it. And lastly, talking about strategies. Main reason why we're doing this video right here. The biggest thing to remember with strategies is that this is a long career, whether you're volunteer or whether you're a career. We want to make sure that you are healthy and that you are performing at your ultimate. So with that, what you need to do is think about what can you do on a daily basis? What habits do you need to incorporate to make yourself more healthy and more fit? And hopefully throughout these days, and my recommendation is take one or two things. Understand the importance of hydration, understand the importance of being functional, understand the importance of setting a good foundation. So set aside 15 to 20 minutes every single day to work on your fitness. Now, workouts don't have to be really intense. A workout can actually be recovery, working on mobility, right? And that goes into, technique. When you are working out, make sure that you evaluate what you're doing. So you may want to go see a trainer, use one of your peer fitness trainers. Make sure you evaluate what you're doing. Other small habits, sleep, try to focus on going to bed at the same time. Try to focus on getting maybe an additional half hour of sleep. Maybe it's taking a nap. All of these little small habits that you can do will help set you up for success. So strategy for success, take some of the resources, some of the things that you learned, incorporate them into daily habits. Of course, when you look at evaluation, do you have to do that daily? I think so, yes. But then also incorporate things like annual medical and focusing on really looking in the mirror every once in a while and truly evaluating where you are. Lastly, I think strategies of success means that you pass this on to the next generation. We need to improve as a fire service. Organizations like IFC, IFF, NVFC, all the different sciences stations, FRCE, all of these organizations are behind you, and they were all part of this project with Safety Stand Down. So don't let them down. Don't let the members of your crew down. Start to incorporate these tiny, small habits that will help you be more fit, more healthy, and a better first responder.